So what's up, guys? Welcome to this video. It's a client interview with my former client, Koen. We're going to talk about how we fixed his performance, what his results were, and get to know him a little bit. So Koen, could you introduce yourself?
Yeah, thank you for inviting me to this interview. First of all, yeah, my name is Koen. I'm an agency owner, and I'm now starting my coaching business. And yeah, I came in contact with Stefan through Facebook Messenger, and yeah, apparently we lived in the same city, and we also knew some people as well. So that was pretty funny. And yeah, excited to be here and answer some questions.
Yeah, awesome, man. So of course, I know what you're going to do with your coaching, but for the people listening, like what are you going to do exactly, or how is that looking like?
Yeah, so I'm also next to my agencies. I'm starting a performance coaching business, basically, which will focus on pretty much the daily operating systems of entrepreneurs and agency owners. So with daily operating systems, I mean, of course, the high performance systems in their personal life, but also setting up the systems in their business so they can scale much more easily, yeah, and reach 6, 7, or even 8 figures, of course.
Awesome, man. Great to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun to see like your journey with that as well. Like what,
Yeah.
I actually never asked you this, but what made you want to start with coaching? Because you already have a successful agency business. What
Yeah.
made you like, yeah, go for the coaching as well?
Yeah, so the thing is with a marketing agency is that you're constantly yeah, managing your team, you're managing your clients, you need to provide results, and with a marketing agency it is mm, yeah, people paint like a really pretty picture, but it's not always a pretty picture, because sometimes clients leave, and sometimes the best yeah, gratitude from clients is, oh, it's going fine, let's continue another month. They never say like, okay, thank you, you changed my life, or you really helped me a lot. So I really wanted that. I really wanted to make an impact on yeah, people and on individuals, basically.
Yeah.
And I think the knowledge that I've gained from yeah, from operating the agency, and of course improving my performance as well, has really allowed me to teach others how to do it as well, and how to scale their agency or scale their business by optimizing their personal and business systems, basically.
Yeah, because that's when I look at you, for example, versus me, it's quite funny. The people like listening to this don't know this, but you've been a student, I think, until January, and that's like, could you tell a
Yeah,
little bit more about
till
that?
the end of January, indeed. So I did a bachelor's degree in economics and business economics at Tilburg University here in the Netherlands, the same school, same university that you went to. And I did a little bit. I spent a little bit more time than usual. So I think a year or a year and a half longer than is usual, but yeah, meanwhile I have set up my business and everything, so which
Yeah.
allowed me to not having to work a 9 to 5 job. I was like, last week I was thinking, I graduated, so pretty much that would mean that I have to get a 9 to 5 job, and
Yeah.
I'm really glad that isn't the case. So
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome, man. Like, I'm also really grateful for doing this and not going into the 9 to 5. I
yeah.
can consider myself doing that as well. So now we've had a good introduction about you. So you joined, I think, also around November, December. Like, what made you join at that moment?
Yeah, so I just came back from a trip to Guatemala, and I was just really feeling the jet lag, and I was just really tired and everything. I was always thinking like, okay, I was drinking a lot, I was partying a lot. I still party sometimes, but it was a little bit like I was so tired, also from the jet lag, but also from not eating well for a few months. And I kind of forgot like about the high performance, and yeah, I just made a decision to yeah to basically improve that, and I needed to work on that. So I already knew you, so I was like, yeah, just schedule a call with Stefan, and let's see what we can do, right, to
Yeah.
optimize my performance. And I really noticed a difference, especially in the way I see things, and the way how I operate in my daily routine, basically.
Yeah, because that's just pops into my mind. But when we started working together, I still know like you had so many things going on in your life. You were so
Yeah,
stressed
that
out, like you
yeah.
had crypto, you had NFTs, and your agency, and you had to finish your thesis. And like,
Yeah,
what was the process like? Maybe you can share a little bit about that, like how we worked on that.
yeah. So to have a little bit of a recap on what you said, I was doing like my agency. I wanted to start a coaching business. I was still in school, and yeah, doing my thesis. I wanted to start a company with a friend of mine. I wanted to get into crypto. So I wanted to do all kinds of things. But the one thing that I learned, I knew it, but I had to understand it, right?
Yeah,
Is that you just need to focus on one thing at a time. So we talked about that, and yeah, we just decided, okay, let's just focus on the thesis and the final school project, basically, and
yeah,
focus on growing your agency and on your performance. Those are the three things, and that gave me much more clarity, um, as well in the business as well in personal life, and left me feeling a lot less stressed and a lot
yeah.
less overwhelmed, basically, by all the things that I needed to do.
Yeah, exactly. Because that's like the biggest thing I see with entrepreneurs, that they lack the clarity, like they're so stressed. Well, actually, if you put things into paper, you focus just on a few things and things already going way better. Like, what did you already try before like joining the program, before working one-on-one? What kind of things did you already know maybe about high performance, or what kind of things did you try for yourself?
Yeah, well, it was basically just the mindset, um, the mindset modules in the SMMA courses that I had, and all
Yeah,
the courses that I had, a little small, yeah, high performance slash mindset module. So it was not that much. I also had the Sam Ovens course. I got it for free somewhere, and which was really a lot. Basically,
yeah, yeah.
his modules are like, I think his videos are like 2 hours or something.
Yeah, it's
It's a little
crazy.
bit stretched out, but yeah, I always knew like I need to eat healthy, and yeah, structure my day, and work out. But it was just that my environment um, was a little bit tricky to do that. It was more like, okay, Monday and Tuesday I'm eating healthy, and Wednesday I'm going to the gym and everything. But then on Wednesday I would go out or something, and drink, or do it on Friday. And it was basically the momentum, keeping the momentum going, what was really tricky for me. So I think that is the most important thing that I really learned, and especially like being aware of it. I was and before the summer I was also being really aware of my health, and everything. But after the summer I yeah, kept slacking a little bit.
Yeah.
So it was basically that was I was not aware of what I was doing, and by going into this coaching program with you, yeah, I just got more aware of uh, what I was doing each day. So if I was doing something bad, I knew it. It was
Yeah,
on purpose, right?
yeah,
Not because yeah, how do you say it? Because I yeah, how do you say it? Because I just wanted to do something, but now, fuck it, I just go out.
yeah, exactly. Because that's also, I think, we've worked on, what I tell all my clients, all the people that I've worked with, is like, you can, of course, you can eat something bad, you can drink alcohol one
Yeah,
time, but like be aware of it and then enjoy it. Because what
yeah,
most often I see people do is that they go for a drink and then they feel bad about having the drink, or they
yeah,
feel bad about eating a pizza. and then you make it even worse. Like if you just
Yeah.
accept, okay, I'm doing this one time, I'm going to have a good time, then like it's way better for yourself, because then you actually feel mentally good about it, instead of just
Yeah.
feeling bad about it, and also your body feeling bad about like eating the pizza. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool that you said about the awareness. Like, what are other things that you've seen, like in the 3 months that we work together, that have changed in the way you view things, the way you operate, stuff like that?
Yeah, I think I had it pretty much down already, but we will focus a little bit more on it. It's like the structure of your day, and the structure of your week, because I was not always focused, and not always performing at my highest level. I also worked on Saturday and Sunday, and it was a little bit all over the place. But
Yeah,
if you perform well or on a high level during the week, like Monday to Friday or Monday to Saturday, it's okay to just take Sunday off, right? And maybe you can even go out or something on Saturday. Um, so I think that's something that I really.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Because I think I said it with the interview with Sebastian as well, but you really need to see yourself as a athlete in business. And what does an athlete do? Like he rests even more than that he actually works. And it's the same in
Yeah.
business. Like if you keep on working, like yeah, you put in more hours, but are you actually more effective, more efficient? Like I don't
Yeah.
really think so. So that's
Not
why
really.
it's really good to make that balance. And for example, look at your structure. And if you look at like where you're at now, of course, you've also made a big growth in your revenue. What kind of things, like where are you at now compared to where you were when we started working together?
Yeah, so I think before we started working together, it was like the business structures were there. I'm really good at that. But the personal systems were not there, right? So I think those kind of match more. Um, so yeah, because they match more, it is way more easier, less stress. And in terms of my income, I doubled my income. Yeah,
Yeah,
before I was working with you, then and after I doubled my income basically. And now we just keep on growing.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Because that's, I think, a point I forgot to make previously is like with the focus on one thing. Like there are a lot of schools of thought about it. I think you have the same way. It's not like you have to do one thing for your whole of your life. It's more like
Yeah,
at this moment, focus on one thing. Because if you do that one thing right, for example, what you now have with your agency, there are a lot of systems in place. You don't have to actively work on it a lot, and then
yeah,
you can say, hey, I'm going into this coaching, I'm going into something else, because now I
exactly.
have the time freed up for that. And that's why focus is so
Yeah,
important. And like you don't need to do something solely for the rest of your life. But that's just
yeah,
a great one. um
yeah,
I think we got like the main points out of there. Is there anything
yeah.
like you would like to share, maybe that you learned, or you want to share with the people watching this?
Yeah, of course. I think one thing I really learned or became really aware of is that environment really is everything.
Yeah,
Um, because when you live in a place where you live with your student friends or with your university friends, yeah, there's a lot of drinking around it or eating unhealthy, and even though you know that it's probably not the best for you and for your
yeah,
performance, you still do it. You still go along, or you still
yeah,
eat bad more often than not, right?
yeah,
So I think environment really is everything. So I think in terms of what you can do, of course, it's not for me. It's also not able to move immediately. But yeah, what I would recommend is look at your life, look at your environment. Start off with your room, right? Structure your room and clean your room, for example. Clean your desktop, and maybe you can look at, okay, how is my life going right now? What is my environment like? Am I hearing constant negativity, for example? Or do I live with people who drink a lot or who are unhealthy? Is that a good environment that I am in right now? And you don't need to move immediately, but you
yeah,
can also look at, okay, maybe in a few months I can move, or maybe I can go on vacation for a month or for 2 weeks just to get out of the environment sometimes.
yeah,
And if that's not possible, just look at, okay, maybe for this month I'm doing like monk mode. I'm going in on the business. I don't do anything, but then I can like party for 2 weeks, for example. That's also a way how to structure it if your environment is not really that optimal.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Because it's funny that you're saying these exact things. I've actually made a video about it yesterday, which I'll post, I think, in the next week or something.
Awesome.
But it's
Yeah.
like, like you can't outlive your environment. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. But like to add on what you said, it's like you don't need to eliminate everyone from your life. So for example, now you live in a student house, like you don't need to move to another city like immediately. But what you do need to do is surround yourself more with people that have the same values, that have the same goals as you. So for example, joining paid programs, listening to podcasts, watching a lot of videos, because that will also reprogram yourself. And then, for example, if you watch all of Alex Hermosi's videos, then he will become one of those 5 people you spend the most time with. And he is exactly like a millionaire. So that's just more like, you don't need to scrape everyone from your life, but think about like, how's that going? But great point you made. I think
of course. For me, it's also just I love my hometown where I'm from, and I love to party sometimes. I even love to drink sometimes, and but it's just get yourself. You don't have to spend all of your time in that environment. I have an office now as well, so that lets me escape from that environment a little bit, and then you don't have to. A lot of people say like, "Oh, cut all your friends. We're not helping you reach the top." I think it's a little bit of bullshit. Just you don't have to cut off all your friends. You just have to make some time for yourself and get out of the environment so you can work, and then enjoy spending your time with your friends, of course.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, let's end the interview at that. Koen, I want to thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
Yeah, if you would like a call, if you would like to know how we helped Koen like double his revenue with increasing his performance, you can book a call in the link below.